everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews, back with more comics on New Comic Book Day, the week of November 6th. And this time we're talking about Old Man Quill. Yeah, you can see it behind me. Number 11. I haven't looked up how many people are reviewing this book, but I've been calling it the Badlands. It's the Wastelands. One thing's as good as another in my opinion, but I'll try to call it the Wastelands from now on. It's not for everybody. Not everybody's like these. It's kind of an Elseworlds type of book, you know, like if you want to go in DC terms. This is Marvel, but you know, a multi kind of storyline that I really dig. I always dug Old Man Logan. I really liked Old Man Hawkeye a lot. I like this a lot. I hope I like the new one with Avengers of the Wasteland with Danny Cage as Thor and little Hulk and an Ant-Man or whoever is in that suit. But we're at the penultimate issue of Old Man Quill. It feels like it just started, really. But we're at issue number 11. And let's jump into this. And one of the things about this is that even though it's kind of like this very dire situation, this is very action heavy, very fun, very Star-Lord. So that even though there's like these really bad things happening where I'm like, oh, there's also things that make me laugh, that give me a smile, that make me go, oh my god, this is so Peter Quill. Like everything that happens is just so like one thing after another. Every time he thinks he's got a handle on something or he's got up on somebody, something else happens. So it's like everything balances itself out. Like he figures something out, something goes wrong. He figures that out, it goes wrong again. And he's just constantly trying to just keep up with the mounting problems that pretty much can't get much bigger than what happens at the end of this book. And this cover, you know, it's cool. Cool cover. But it just kind of, again, doesn't really equate what's in this book. So where we last left Peter was he was 55 years in the past. He got stuck there. His time travel, Herbie got blasted. So he doesn't know how to get back. And Vision in the future was stuck there. And Dr. Doom and Madame Mask and them are all on their way to kill them all. So it's, you know, every issue kind of ends with this, well, the last few issues have ended with this very dire set of circumstances. It was a build-up. We had all these things up until the revelation that the Guardians of the Galaxy were, spoilers, if you haven't read any of the other issues, which why are you watching this, were actually dead. And so ever since that reveal, I feel like the stakes have really gotten up there. Like they were already there, but we were on a journey to get to where we were. And that revelation changed everything. And so he's, you know, we get the future, and again, I love this art in here by Robert Gill, who I think did Old Man Hawkeye. If I'm wrong, then be mad at me for that. But Vision's doing her best to try to keep everything still going. I mean, but it's a whole crap show, man. Like everything's just exploding around them. All our people are getting torn to pieces. She's doing her best to be, you know, a hero and to keep Doom's forces at bay, but since Peter didn't come back with the ultimate nullifier, it's pretty much, you know, a done deal. And Madame Mask has this gun that is specifically used for her, so because of her intangibility. So, and I was thinking, oh come on, you know, like they're not going to kill, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what's going to happen on the next page, but you're praying to God that when you turn it, something else happens. But this book is not, it doesn't really pull any punches as far as like, no, yeah, that what you're afraid of was what happens. And so they shoot her. She goes all ones and zeros and crashes onto the ground. Basically, in effect, dead. Or at least short-circuited to a very major degree. Well, we get back to Peter 55 years in the past, in the Wasteland past, where if you look at the dome outside, a giant Loki's trying to get in. You got the Juggernaut in there trying to get in on the video screen, and Herbie may not have the coordinates, but there's a time sled so that he can at least find Reed Richards and Sue Richards that were flung into this time stream by Kang the Conqueror in the last issue. And, you know, so they weren't killed, they were just thrown into the time stream. But, you know, That's like Barry getting caught in the Speed Force, probably. You know, like how do you get out of that? Well, he finds, you know, the guy that runs the little ship, and hey, let's get over there. Juggernaut and Rhino come in. They realize it. This is all a trap. It's all a bomb. So see you later, Kane Marco and whoever it is in the Rhino. I can't remember in the Rhino suit. So he blasts through, starts hitting through the time stream. Look at the building. It takes off like a missile, right? So I'm sure Kane Marco's fine. I don't know about Rhino. But it shoots up, hits Giant Loki in the chest. I'm sure he's actually probably fine too. And they're talking about, the time stream, and that it's run by a fragment of the time stone, and that if you used it, all you could do is go backwards or forwards in time by about 6 seconds. The dead memories that the guilty he has is still carrying with him, so he's still seeing Drax and Rocket and Mantis and all them. And he finds the pod that has their signals, Reed and Sue's signals. He gets there, and he's, of course, happy. Reed, Sue, I got there. And you're like already going again, right before you turn the page. You're like, maybe they're okay. Maybe this is all fine. Maybe Peter finally will get the answers now they're dead. But at least they look like they died like peacefully in each other's arms. Peter's just on his knees like, God, come on, like how much more? And it's like, well, that's kind of Star-Lord's role, right? Just to and I mean, the memory, his subconscious, as Rocket is saying, oh, get your ass up, Quill, you should be used to failure by now. They left him a message. At least there was that. And they lived a long time in the time stream, which would have been, I don't know, with that much time, I guess, I don't know, I would have thought maybe a guy like Reed Richards could get himself out of this, but if you're stuck there, I don't know. He probably could have, right? And he says that if we could have gone back and changed this time stream, all we would have done was create another, timeline. But we have the ultimate nullifier, so we're going to send you right back to when you left, which is exactly when Gladiator was getting sucked into the time stream. So he gets what he needs, and then immediately he is flung into the time stream again right in front of Gladiator, the guy from the Imperial Guard who's basically like a Superman level powered character. He's just looking at him like, this son of a, is right in front of me again. Gladiator hits the ship, but then Peter gets his hands on the fragment of the time stone and is kind of zipping around Gladiator, who's just like, you're just prolonging the inevitable. And it's a very good action sequence here, and him zipping around to keep just out of wow, I completely forgot his name, Guardian's way. And he's going for the ultimate nullifier from Peter. Peter jumps into the future, the past, to get ahead of him and hits him with the ultimate nullifier. This is for the Guardians of the Galaxy. So they fly back, they get to where they need to go. It's kind of a fast review because it's a pretty fast book. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a lot of fun, man. It's just a lot of fun. It's like it's a story that doesn't really, it deals with some other timeline, so you can take it a little less seriously. But I mean, to them it's serious. If you really think about it, imagine if this was the 616. Jeez Louise, and Peter Quill was like basically the only one left. We'd be effed in the A. So he gets out, he sees Viv's dead. Again, hopeful, like, hey man, look, I got it again. Like he's all happy. Man, my hair's starting to stick up on the side here. Vanity. And there's Doom, just the worst thing. Madam Mask is there. Hey, this is all for the end of the world, you don't understand. He takes the nullifier, he destroys it, and Quill's just like, you don't understand. Like, this was our only chance for all of us. You just crushed this thing, and Galactus is on his way, man. We're screwed. You've just doomed us all. And there's Galactus, getting ready to come after us. I love how the perspective of Galactus can change so that he can be huge like that, but then other times, if he comes into our world, he can be a different size. I also like how you can look at Galactus, like they explain in Marvel Zombies. They say in Marvel Zombies, whatever form is like the most like the creatures that inhabit a planet or whatever. I guess it's supposed to maybe. Wow. Gotta stop messing with my hair. So unprofessional. So that's Old Man Quill number 11. Pretty good penultimate episode. I mean, there's only a couple of ways it's gonna go, right? And you know, with Galactus is on the cover here. Peter's pointing his gun at him. I'm sure that is barely anything that will actually happen in the book. I think it's just supposed to represent Quill versus Galactus. But again, it's a lot more fun, even though it's a lot of people getting killed and there's not many people left. And I mean, how many people are going to be left for Danny Cage and Little Hulk to fight in Avengers of the Wastelands? So anyway, that's that book. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend picking it up. Sometimes it's hard to get these books at the store. Actually, a couple of issues back, I had to wait a while for like the 9th issue, I think it was. So anyway, if you liked this review, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications, all that jazz. Otherwise, keep reading comics. Don't forget to go to your brick and mortar stores. Say hello. Check out all, I've been making a lot of videos today. Check out all the other comic book creators on here, like Ash on Comics, Real Comics by Perch, Thinking Critical. All their content is great. Otherwise, this is Rob saying have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.